there everybody, how are you today? Welcome to A Chat with Glendora. Did you know that A Chat with Glendora is the world's longest running public access television show in the world? How many years? 46. How many shows? 11,850. Wow. And what about the Glendora Public Access Television Network? 68 affiliates, from Boston to San Diego. Places like San Antonio, Portland, Oregon, San Jose, San Francisco, Buffalo, Chicago. All my sweet friends. Now, it was a rather unusual obituary. It read, family requests that all donations be made to Visa, MasterCharge, and American Express. Two men were walking around a graveyard. One of them read this epitaph, "Here lies a politician and an honest man." And the other fellow said, "How come they put two people in the same grave?" Bob is sure that his wife loaned the snowblower to a neighbor. Why? There is strange blood on the snowblower. You should water your plants. Why? I never heard them answer you. Well, that's because they're mums. Did they give you a coming out party when you were young? Yes, they did. And then they made me go back in. The room clerk said to the traveler, "Do you want a room with a tub or a shower?" And the traveler said, "Well, what's the difference?" And the room clerk says, "Well, with a tub you get a chance to sit down." Hold the phone. Those signs that they have in a hotel that said, "Have you left anything?" What should they say? "Have you anything left?" $250 a night for a room? I wouldn't be able to sleep. Arthur, you never pay any attention to our wedding anniversary. Why, you never even mentioned it. You never even thought of it. You never even remembered it. Oh, yes, I did, honey. It was the day I sunk the 30-foot putt. Billy was talking about his daddy going to the hospital. And he told his little friend, why, he was so sick, they put him in the expensive care unit. Do you like your new doctor? Yes. What is the first thing he did? The first thing he did was to take out his stethoscope and listen carefully to my wallet. Bob says, my girlfriend and I have a strange and wonderful relationship. She's strange and I'm wonderful. And Ed says the only thing he and his wife have in common is that they were married on the same day. And why are Bob and Joan the perfect couple? He's a hypochondriac and she's a pill. Our Bible passage today is a corker. It is good. It is Romans 8:28. All things work for good for those who love the Lord and know His purpose. Do you know your purpose in life? Do you love the Lord? Are all things working for good? If they aren't, it's because you don't know the purpose. And you don't love the Lord. You know what that all translates to? Loving the Lord means just one thing: helping others. After all is said and done, there's only one thing that matters: how you treated others. I looked into the coffin of Diane, and I thought, after all is said and done, only one thing mattered: how did you treat others? Remember that. A chat with Glendora doesn't tell you anything new. It only reminds you. It just reminds you to go by yourself. Go to your inner sanctum and listen. Listen to what is inside of you. You know everything that is being spoken here. You really know everything that is being spoken in the Bible. Your job is to go to your inner sanctum and remind yourself of that and hear it. After all that is said and done, only one thing really matters, and that is, how did you treat others? Get rid of self. Get rid of ego. It's a mirage, for one thing. You think it's there. You think there's something there, but there isn't. There isn't anything there. Happiness is just a matter of getting rid of self and ego, and how you treat others, and helping others. All things work for good for those who love the Lord and know His purpose. And loving the Lord means helping others, and how you treat others. And you know what the purpose is. Your purpose is how you treat others. Your purpose isn't trying to be better than somebody else, and that's how we spend our lives very often, all the time. Trying to be better than somebody else. Trying to be smarter, trying to be richer, trying to have a bigger house, trying to be the boss. We're trying to be better than somebody else. That's not the idea at all. The idea is being equal. We're all equal. We're all together. We're all doing the work of God. And what is the work of God? Making the universe grow and go. Making it go and grow. That is the purpose. That's what we're all here to do. And we're all having a good time to doing it. We're all having a good time doing it. A happy, happy, happy time. I repeat, a chat with Glendora doesn't teach you anything new. Going to church doesn't teach you anything new. Because you know it all already. It is in your heart. It is in your soul. What do these words mean, folks? You have brain, you have thought, you have heart, you have soul, you have mind. What do they mean? What are they? What are they, folks? What are they? What are all those things? The nervous system, the brain, thought, mind, soul. What is the soul? What is the soul? It is the God that is inside of you. And it is the God that is inside of everybody. Amen. And that's what you do when you go to your private place, your own little private place alone, and when you listen, and you just remind yourself of that. That's what the soul is. What is the conscience? I think the conscience must be the voice of the soul, don't you? The conscience is very precise. It tells you exactly what to do and what not to do. So it must be the voice of the soul, right? Did you ever have a 100% day? What's a 100% day? It's a day that you did everything that your conscience told you to do. It's a P for perfect day. P for perfect. You did all your work that you were supposed to do. You did everything that your conscience told you to do. Do you keep running away from it? Do you keep going in the opposite direction? You don't want to face it, do you? You're afraid you'll have to give up something? One thing is for sure, you're not going to make it unless you're vegan. No animal products. You cannot put your money down in the supermarket to pay to perpetuate this agony that animals are being put through. This horror. The horrible things they do to these sweet animals. And every one of those animals, all that animal wants is to be a friend of yours and to be a pet, like your dog or your cat. You wouldn't eat your dog or your cat, would you? Wouldn't cut up your dog and cat and eat it in pieces, would you? You're not going to make it unless you're vegan. So, we get together. We're not going to try anymore to be better than anybody else. We're going to be equal to everybody. All of us are equal. You know, within the framework of how we have different talents. We're all equipped to do something in this universe that nobody else can do as well as we can do if we use that talent. That's what we told David Letterman, remember, in 1987? You do that one thing that you can do better than anybody else. Keep the universe going and growing. What is the universe? The universe is God. What do you know about it? It's one. It's in part. Somehow or other, it's one. You don't take a piece of the universe and go off by yourself and say, oh, I'm better than he is. I got better clothes. I eat better food. I'm more popular than he is. You don't do that. You all get together, hug together, and you do the job to keep the universe going and growing. Rejoice, ye pure in heart. Rejoice, give thanks and sing. You did everything your conscience said. You did the best you could. Rejoice, 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 give thanks and sing. You are a chosen people. You are a royal priesthood. You are a special generation. You are living in a corrupt and wicked surrounding, but you will make your light shine through. And when you read the Bible, and when you hear Jesus, and when you hear God, you say to yourself, Jesus, God, the Bible, the universe is all helping others. This is something you can grab a hold of. This is something you can understand. You know what it is. You can keep company with it. And you know whether you did it or whether you didn't do it, because you know precisely what it is. What is it? Helping others. How we treat others. When all is said and done, The only thing that really matters is how did you treat others. We have some nice words. Why is it important to work on your vocabulary? Why is it important? Because English is a beautiful language. It is very, very precise, and it is very, very articulate. It can really express your innermost feelings. You do want to express your innermost feelings, don't you? English can do it. There are words to do it. Do you know what an accolade is? An accolade is a recognition of special merit. Have you received any accolades lately? Has anybody said anything nice to you lately? Have they appreciated what you're doing lately? Accolade, a recognition of special merit. It gives you something to think about. Now, another word that gives you something to think about is to accommodate. To accommodate, 2 C's and 2 M's, by the way. To accommodate is to furnish what is needed, desired, or convenient. I do that with .com all day long. .com is my kitty cat. She's 91 years old. She's 14 years old, so that makes her 91, right? All day long, that's what I do for her. And she's vegan, by the way. And to accommodate is to provide her what is needed and desired and convenient. To favor her. I like to favor you. To oblige you. And the next word, these are some of my favorite words, and you happen to be on number 73, which is accommodation. Again, 2 C's, 2 M's. Whatever supplies a need or affords ease, refreshment, comfort. Word 74 is accompany. Common enough word, right? It means to go with. What do you want to go with? You want to go with helping others in your heart. No. That's what you want to go with. To accompany means to occur in association with. You want everything in your life to occur in association with how we treat others. What's word 75? Accomplice. Not a good one. An accomplice is an association, an associate in guilt. Do you feel guilty about anything? You know you can get rid of that. You can acknowledge it. You can confess it. To whom? To yourself. To the universe. To others. To everybody you know. You can do it privately. I'm sorry. That was wrong. I was dumb to do it. I wish I hadn't done it. That's the next thing. Not only do you acknowledge it, but you what's the word? You wish you hadn't done it. You would, it's not exactly a tone, but it's you say you're sorry. That's it. You say you're sorry and you say you won't do it again. That's the atonement. And the atonement, no, the atonement is really going out, if the situation is possible to do over, you go out and do it over again. Many times the situation isn't possible. It's like toothpaste in a tube. You can get it out, but you can't get it back in again. So in that case, you go out and do something else for the whole world. And that's your atonement. And you just don't do it again. Well, Glendora, you keep using the second person. What about yourself, the first person? I'm worse than you are. I need your help. I need you to remind me to go to the sanctuary and remember what it is all about. And remember that no matter what, in the end, the only thing that matters, what did you do for others? I need your help. Is there another word? What was it? Accompany, accomplice? One is accoutrement, that's trappings. One is accountable, explicable. You have to give an account of yourself. The Apostle Paul said in Romans 14:11, every one of us shall give an account to God. You have to be accountable. So, I ask you to help me, and I'm willing to help you, and I'm willing to go with you hand in hand, and go out and do great things for the earth and for the universe. Did you hear about the church that had a Bible selling contest? And the man who sold the most Bibles, he stuttered severely. So the parishioners all asked him, what did you say to sell the most Bibles? And he said, I just said, do you want to buy a Bible, or do you want me to read it to you? Well, is there anything more we can say? Any more that we can do? Any more that we can think? No negative thoughts. Keep the thought pure. We got to keep our thought pure. No negative thoughts. No second level thoughts. No trivial thoughts. No ugly thoughts. And what about the universe? Its variety, its vastness. The astronomers talk in light years. Light, which travels, 386 miles per second? Goes around the Earth in 1 second, 24 times. And they talk in hundreds of light years, how far light could travel in 100 years, going at 386 miles per second. The universe is beautiful. The motion, its perpetuity, perpetual, how long it's lasted. And one thing about the universe and God is the oneness, we are all one. The wholeness, we are all whole. We are not in pieces. What else can we talk about? The beauty of it. For the beauty of the earth, for the glory of the skies, for the love which from our birth over and around us lies. Lord of all, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise. For the joy of eye and ear, for the heart's and mind's delight, for the mystic harmony, linking sense to sound and sight. Lord of all, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise. Take the vow with me. Take the vow with me. When all is said and done, the only thing that mattered is how did we treat others.
The card, I think the